So in the last class, we come across or we totally made it clear or we are knowing how the dysphagia of the that of the forearm, that is the antebrachial fascia, helps in the formation of the compartments. Just to have the quick review of that, we will once again recap it. This is what the TS of forearm of right side. So it means it will be coming like this. This is laterally, this is medially, this is the front, this is the posterior. But anterior, when you will be telling, for the that of the, where you can say back portion of the forearm, that may be considered as a that may be considered as a deep, and this will be considering as a superficial. This you have to keep it little bit adjustment what we are doing. So this will be the the radius. This will be the ulna. This is the skin. This will be the superficial fascia of the that of the forearm. Yes, sir. So the dysphagia, I will be going to mark it with purple. So it will be there like this. So it will be there like this. This is called the dysphagia. With the help of dysphagia of the that of the forearm, the compartments are ready to form. So this is what is said to be as transversalis fascia, that is the flexor transversalis fascia. This will be the the extensor transversalis fascia. This will be the medial intermuscular septa. So this will be the lateral intermuscular septa. Then this will be the the periosteum of the bone radius. This is the periosteum of the that of the bone ulna. But this will be the interosseous membrane. It will be also covered by that membrane for the that of the one which covers that interosseous membrane. So you will be having this is and this is. It is called as a superficial, I mean to say flexor compartment of forearm. This and this, it is called the extensor compartment of forearm. So for the purpose of explanation, this we will put it as about F1 and this will be the F2, and here for extensor we will keep it EXT1, and this will be the EXT1, this will be the EXT2. So this F1 is called as a superficial flexor compartment of forearm. This will be the deep flexor compartment of forearm. So this will be the what? Superficial extensor compartment of forearm. This will be the what? Deep extensor compartment of forearm. So out of this we have to deal about now today this. This is called as the superficial compartment of superficial flexor compartment of forearm. Now for that you should have what understanding about this. I will be going to take it now. Superficial flexor compartment of forearm. Now this superficial flexor compartment of the forearm consists of muscles. So muscle series. Then you have got the vessels. Then you have got the nerves. So out of this we have to go to the that is what is said to be as a muscles of superficial flexor compartment of the forearm. Now in that, what are the muscles that you will be going to have? So this will be the thing, how it will be there, that of the water forearm. Now this forearm, it will be ending at the level of the water, that of the wrist, which will be going to have the water one retinaculum, that is the flexor retinaculum, then this will be the water, that of the hand, which will be there as a beginning. This will be the entirely, you will be going to get what is said to be as a hand. Now with this understanding, now we have to go to the water. The muscles which are present in the anterior compartment, I mean to say the superficial flexor compartment of the forearm. So this muscle is called as the what? Pronator teres. Pronator teres. Now this pronator teres is the what? First muscle. Pronator teres. Now this pronator teres is the muscle which will be present in the water, that of the superficial flexor compartment of the forearm series. Now this pronator teres is a sole pronator of the water, forearm on hand and hand on the water, that of the forearm on their own longitudinal axis. So this you can say pronator teres is a muscle which will be going to form that of the, what you can say, medial boundary of that of the cuboidal fossa by its, you can say, lateral fibers. Now this pronator teres, now it has got the what? Two heads in it. One is said to be as a, what is where you can say, humeral head, and another is the ulnar head. Now the what? That of the, where you can say, humeral head of the water, that of the pronator teres, it will be going to take origin from that of the anterior part and as well as the what? Medial part of that of the, you can say, medial epicondyle of the lower end of the bone humerus. From that point, this pronator teres muscle will be going to take, you can say, course, that is what is said to be as a little forwards and downwards and more towards the lateral leg. While it will be running, so it will be going to join to the water, that of the another head which will be there as a water, that of the ulnar head. Now ulnar head of the water, that of the, where you can say, this where you can say, this is both heads are there water that of the pronator teres. It takes origin from the water anterior and the medial surface of that of the, you can say, upper portion of that of the, where you can say, ulna, very close to the water that of the medial and the what anterior portion of the what coronoid process of the what ulna. From that point it will be going to run, you can say, little, you can say, forwards and more laterally, and then forwards to come and join to the water that of the, where you can say, humeral head of the water that of the pronator teres, which will be there very close, superficial to this ulnar head or in front of the ulnar head, humeral head. From after joining these both heads of the water that of the pronator teres, in that gap, if you consider, that is what is said to be as a, this is the humeral head and this is the what ulnar head, as it has been mentioned there. In between those two heads, one nerve will be going to get passed through. Now that is what is said to be as the median nerve. It allows, means these two heads, in between them, the water that of the median nerve runs. After having this relation, both the heads unites and further runs down to get inserts on, inserts on the middle of shaft of radius at its lateral surface, or middle of the lateral surface of shaft of radius. That also can be the true. After having had this, now this pronator teres, you have got the relations. The relation of the water that of the pronator teres, it will be the water in front with having this thing, in front. It will be going to have the water skin, superficial fascia, deep fascia, cutaneous nerves, cutaneous vessels, but you will be going to have deeply, I mean to say posteriorly, you will be going to have the water that of the, where you can say, at the origin, the anterior part of that of the, where you can say, medial epicondyle of the water that of the lower end of the bone humerus, and medial upper